The SCP Foundation manages a catalog of horrors ranging from interdimensional time anomalies to a literal, breathing living room made entirely of pulsing flesh. Categorizing a catalog like this presents an immediate organizational nightmare. A standard 1 to 10 threat level system fails when applied to entities that ignore the laws of physics or adapt to any environment on Earth. Consider the difference between a nuclear warhead and a stray dog. The warhead possesses immense destructive potential, but remains dormant in a locked room. The dog has limited lethality, but acts with sentient, chaotic unpredictability. To solve this, the Foundation relies on a heuristic known as the Box Test. It centers on one logistical question. If you lock an entity inside a box, what happens next? The answer dictates the official classification. The Foundation does not categorize these entities by their potential to wipe out humanity, but by the difficulty required to keep them behind a locked door. The first outcome defines the safe class. If the Foundation places an anomaly in a box and it stays dormant without active monitoring, it receives this designation. This label refers to the reliability of the containment rather than the harmlessness of the object. A safe class anomaly could vaporize the planet if touched, but as long as it sits inertly in its chamber, the classification holds. The second branch covers sentient or unpredictable entities. If it actively attempts to breach its chamber and requires constant monitoring, it escalates to Euclid. The final branch shows the box failing entirely. If an entity routinely shatters containment or teleports away, it's classed as Keter. These anomalies demand complex protocols and advanced technology that the Foundation may not yet fully master. SAFE, Euclid, and Keter form the baseline triage system. They serve as logistical indicators, informing directors how much manpower and budget must be allocated just to maintain the status quo. Foundation protocol shifts when anomalies transition from captive threats to active logistical resources. This results in the Thaumiel class. In this scenario, the anomaly serves as the box itself. Thaumiel entities are highly classified tools or facilities used by the Foundation to keep other, more volatile SCPs contained. A more complex dynamic occurs with the Hymiel class. This classification identifies a pair of anomalies that act as interlocking containers for one another. Through mirrored abilities or environmental patterns, these entities maintain a self-sustaining balance. The Hymiel dynamic cancels out the negative effects of both anomalies without requiring direct Foundation intervention. By utilizing Thaumiel and Hymiel designations, the Foundation evolves from simple jailers into opportunistic engineers of the anomalous. Eventually, the box test reaches its breaking point. There are fringe classifications reserved for the moments when containment logic fails entirely. An Apollyon designation means the box is useless, containment is physically impossible, and a world-ending catastrophe, like a sun that liquefies the population, is already underway. In contrast, the Foundation chooses not to contain Archon-class anomalies. While containment is technically possible, doing so would trigger catastrophic collateral damage, such as global warfare or ecological collapse. Then there is the Ticonderoga class. These entities remain impossible to reach, but because they ignore humanity completely, the Foundation views containment efforts as a waste of resources. Finally, administrative closures handle the resolved cases. An explained anomaly is one solved by mainstream science, while a decommissioned label means the Foundation intentionally destroyed the entity to end a resource-draining threat. These edge case labels map the perimeter of the Foundation's authority, marking the point where human control yields to the unpredictable nature of the universe. An SCP's class provides a direct window into the Foundation's logistical vulnerabilities, rather than a measurement of the monster's raw power. Behind every world-ending threat is a desk-bound bureaucrat tasked with turning a nightmare into a clinical line item under fluorescent lights. When faced with interdimensional wizards and cosmic deities, the human instinct is to draft a flowchart and assign a paperwork filing label. This classification system serves as a stubborn psychological defense, a final attempt to impose cold administrative order on a reality that defies it.